Hi, this is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Our devotion for today, September 12, 2023, is from the Gospel of Mark, chapter 13, verses 32 through 36. But concerning that day or that hour, no one knows, not even the angels in heaven nor the Son, but only the Father. Be on guard, keep awake, for you do not know when the time will come. It is like a man going on a journey, when he leaves home and puts his servants in charge, each with his work, and commands the doorkeeper to stay awake. Therefore, stay awake. If you do not know when the master of the house will come, in the evening or at midnight, or when the rooster crows, or in the morning, lest he come suddenly and find you asleep. And what I say to you, I say to all, stay awake. When will Jesus return to judge the living and the dead? We have no idea. In our devotion text, we hear Jesus say, but concerning that day or that hour, no one knows, not even the angels in heaven nor the Son, but only the Father. If Jesus doesn't know the day or the hour, how can we guess it? But in the meantime, the time between Jesus' crucifixion and the second coming of Christ, we are to remain on guard. We are to keep awake. Jesus' second coming could happen at any time, and he wants us to be ready for it. In fact, he likens the whole situation to that of a young man going off on a journey, and when he leaves home and puts his servants in charge, each with his own work, and he commands his doorkeeper then to stay awake and keep watch for his return. This implies that the young man will be returning soon from his journey. We are to surmise that Jesus' return to judge the living and the dead is imminent. So each of us, his servants, need to be busy working at our various mission chores. That is, in a general sense, sharing the gospel, serving our neighbor, and glorifying God. In a more particular sense, it is to utilize the gifts that we have been given by the Holy Spirit in baptism for the building up of the church. Knowledge, increased faith, healing, miracles, prophecy, discernment of spirits, tongues, and interpretation of tongues. We are to stay awake for Christ and for his return, because we don't know when that will be. We don't know when he will return. It may be in the evening, or in the morning, or at midnight, or when the rooster crows at sunrise, or a little later in that day. And we don't want him to find us asleep, do we? We don't want him to find us asleep on the job when he told us to stay awake. Jesus says, again for emphasis, stay awake at the end of this passage. Stay alert to the signs that point to Jesus' return, and be busy at the job Jesus has given each of us for the sake of his church and for the sake of his mission in the world. Go in peace. Serve the Lord.